Welcome to Carolina Fishing TV. Captain Jeff Cronk and Captain Mike Taylor here again today. This morning we have some guests on board and some big supporters to the show, some of our sponsors. We have Team Yoho with us here today. We got Steve Yoho, his wife Tracy, his two daughters Alyssa Yoho and Brianna. And we're on board today. We're going to target some black drum, some speckled trout, maybe some redfish. Target the backwaters using popping corks and live shrimp. We're mid-July here. There's plenty of shrimp around. Basically, you need to target looking for these shrimp in the main estuaries, the estuaries on the mainland creeks. So off the mouth of the rivers or off the intercoastal waterway on the mainland side. And really, you just got to ease along these shores and work the cast net. And if you find a place holding shrimp, typically you can find shrimp back in those same locations day after day. There's some right there. Mike just picked up. I don't know what's there, 8 or 10 right there. Nice. And you'll find from a couple of casts to sometimes 100 a cast. Check the maps for the Division of Marine Fisheries because some areas are closed to shrimping. If it's closed to shrimping, you're allowed 100 shrimp per person per day, and that's it. If it's an open area to where commercial fishermen can go through and pull a trawl, then you're allowed to take up to a 48-quart cooler full of shrimp. Typically for bait, what we're doing, we need 100 or 200 shrimp for the day. All right, girls, you got to reach down and pick them up. If you don't want to grab the shrimp, grab his whiskers. See little whiskers? Just grab the whiskers. You can pick them up by his whiskers. Okay. Oh, you got to watch out for that shrimp's horn on his head. See it right here? Look. That's real sharp right there. And there's one on his tail as well. Oh, there's a look down. See that? You ever seen those in the aquariums? Look at that look down. They get real large. They catch them down in Florida waters, down to 10, 15 pounders, rod and reel. It's called a look down. Look how skinny he is.
We're actually catching two different kinds of shrimp. Brown shrimp.
There's brown shrimp over there.
These shrimp are going to typically show up around the end of May, the 1st of June. Then most of your shrimp turn into the white shrimp or the green tails.
Hey folks, as Mike mentioned, today we're going to spend a little bit of time on the White Oak River. We're going to be targeting basically any oyster rock that's coming out of, it doesn't have to come out of water, but these shallow rocks up the river here where the eddies were formed, where the currents blowing past them or coming through them in certain pockets. You can look for this in all the river systems. White Oak River is good for it, Newport River, North River, in this area of the coast. As you get into New River, there's less of those exposed oyster rocks, but there's a lot of oyster rocks submerged as well. Off the ICW, any of the little creeks off the ICW, basically targeting that shelly bottom or sometimes grass flats, those eddies where that water's got to roll around those points. That's where the bait's going to come around those corners, and those fish a lot of times will pull into those pockets. And since you have water coming around those points, a lot of times you have a little hole there. It might be a foot deeper than the rest of the area around it. It might be 5 or 10, 15 yards across. That's all that hole. That's a place on low water or falling tide for those fish to drop down into.
Right now we're on the tail end of the falling tide. We have a 6-hour tide. Right now it's probably been falling about 4.5 hours. So that's why you're seeing all the rock exposed. We have about 1 hour of this falling tide and then it's going to quit and start coming back in. So this rain's kind of delayed us this morning. We're getting kind of a late start. As Jeff showed you, this is a typical popping cork rig made by Bayside. What you want to look, you want to hook these shrimp right in this clear spot. You can see the dark spot. The dark spot is the organs. You don't want to hook them in there. Hook them right through that clear spot through both sides. That'll hold him on real good. That's all there is to it. You see your cork disappear, you want to set the hook immediately. You don't want to give them no time. You don't have to give these fish time. They swallow the whole bait. If it's a good fish, black drum, redfish, trout, he's going to have it down his throat pretty quick. So you can go ahead and set the hook.
There he goes right here. We got a red drum on probably here, or a black drum. Let's see what he's got. That's probably a black drum. These black drum, 2, 3, 4 pound range, they don't smoke a lot of line off like a red drum will. Sometimes they'll make an initial little run, 5 or 10, 15 yards, but then they just, it's a nice, steady, heavy pull. Oh yeah, pretty black drum there. Nice one. That's what one of the species we're after.
There is no regulations on black drum in North Carolina. We typically like to get them about this size before we keep them. You'll catch a lot of them, about like this. We'll throw them back. I had one 86 pound up this river about 2 miles from here.
Got another one on here. That's probably another black drum there. There might be something else. No, she got a big croaker, believe it or not. Just flipping right up in here.
Croaker.
Got a pan fry inside his croaker. That's why they call him a croaker. Sounds like he's being rude, doesn't it? Bring in crank, pull your rod tip up. There we go, there's a red drum on. Take this hand and put it right here. There you go. And what you want to do, reel yours in. What you want to do is real slow. It's probably a small puppy drum or a big black drum. We're on the back side of her. Actually, just stand right there. Okay, work them up real slow. Good job, Alyssa. Work them up real slow. That's what we saw shower on his finger marks a second ago. All right, hold him right there. He's trying to get it on the trolling motor. All right, he's good. There he comes. Reel up some more, right there. Oh yeah, pretty little redfish. Look at that. Wow. Big old cheesy smile. Look at that. Is that the first redfish you ever caught? Is it? Come on there. Something small, I think. It's acting kind of strange. It's not acting like a pinfish, or if it's a black drum, it's a tiny one. It's cruising steady. There's a smaller black drum there, yeah. Keep reel it all the way down to the cork almost. Right there, stop. And just one sweep, just flip right in. Got me?
Yeah, a lot of people mistake these for a sheep's head because they have the black stripes. But you can tell by the head. He has a spot or a drum head. He has the little whiskers on his chin down there, and his mouth's totally different, no teeth.
See what you got there. A little croaker or something? Yeah, you got one of those little croakers.
I got it.
We'll call that a croaklet. A croaklet. Oh yeah, she's got one on there.
Another small fish.
Keep on reeling them. Nice and easy, bring them slow.
Oh,
you got a pinfish.
What is it? Oh,
That's a pinfish. Everybody's got to catch a couple pinfish in their lifetime. If you hadn't caught pinfish, you hadn't been fishing. That's a black drum, a smaller one, but that's a black drum, right species. That's Yoho and Team Little Caesars representing back there. When you're holding your handle, put your hand right, put your fingers right here.
Quick.
Put one above that. There he is. That's that redfish.
Crank.
Reel yours up, Alyssa. Do me a favor, reel the other one up there.
oh my God.
You reel that one up for me.
Keep reeling.
sorry.
That little red?
Black drum. Nice one.
Yay, look at that, Bree.
Oh yeah. Nice one. Good job.
All right.
My wrist. I can't feel my wrist.
Good job.
There you go. Spread them out a little bit. Nice one.
See what you got there. Got something on there. I don't know if that's our black drum though. He's doing a lot of quivering. Yeah, it's a little black drum in it. Oh yeah. Right species, right species. Right there, just flip right in. That one right there, we can just flip in. Don't fall backwards. What you got there, Tracy? Look at that. Another black drum. Some
Reel.
Got
him on.
Some fresh chunks of
Another black drum.
oh yeah, there's a black
one.
drum there.
Hit up on that grass flat.
Folks, you think you got to fish the deep water for these fish. Mike and I have been catching like these black drum stuff in like a foot of water. They'll move around these flats out here.
Come on, didn't you again?
Is that a red drum?
Oh, it's black drum taking line.
That's a pretty one.
Brianna.
Oh my God.
Is that one
Not again.
Pretty black drum. Good job, girl. Give me 5 on that one. I think you're ahead now, aren't you? 2 to 1 to 1 to 1 to none. Uh-oh. Tracy's got something decent on there.
Black drum.
Nice black drum again, isn't it? Let me clear another line out here. Pretty black drum.
Another one for the box.
Keep
Nice
real
black
close to the
drum.
water. All right.
All right, folks. We hadn't been out here about 35, 40 minutes, and we caught a few black drum and one redfish. And some other like pinfish and croakers. And we're getting ran out. We have lightning real bad here, and it's coming at us in about 5 minutes. So,
Alyssa, crank. Alyssa, crank. Crank, Alyssa. Go ahead, Alyssa, both of y'all crank. It's gone under the line already. All right, you're good. Alyssa, come over here.
everybody be quiet, be quiet. There they are, see them going?
Just don't stomp, don't stomp.
Ready. Pop your fork.
There you go, good job. We got about 40 minutes in this morning. Caught a nice mess of black drum and one nice redfish this morning, and we got rained out. We all went home, got some food, took a nap, and came back out on a little break in the weather here. Might put us on top of some reds here off this marsh. So this could be red drum and black drum in this hole probably, but we're still doing the same thing. We got our popping corks on. You got a fish taken, let's see what it is. Hold on one second. We still have our popping corks on using our live shrimp. There you go. Just real slow and pull up and reel down.
Good girl, Bree. Just like that, good girl, Bree. Try not to let that line get flat, okay?
Yeah, look at that one.
Where was he at?
Where was he at in the tournament the other day?
I just pull. Just pull up now. Pull up.
He goes passing back here on the hammer.
Yeah!
Got him.
Okay, I think Joe got it.
That's probably a redfish.
Working back here.
Go to the back of the boat with Mike. Actually, just pull tight. Hold your rod tail up high and left. There you go. Keep reeling. Hold him right there and pull straight up. Pull left,
nice
pull
one.
left. Good job. Just keep pulling left. I got
That
you.
rod out.
Oh yeah, look, you got you a puppy drum. You got you about a 20 incher, 19 incher there. Keep him right there. Just let him swim around. Oh yeah, it's a trout. Small one. Not too bad. The starter trout. Turn around this way. 16 incher. Speckled trout. Mid-July, Swansboro. Live shrimp, popping corks. About third or fourth cast. T-route. Alyssa, come on up here, girl.
Threw it out, popped it 3 times, and he was on it.
There you go, hold that. Go on the other side of your sister. Probably a trout there, the way he come up and shook. Come around the other side of the boat. Actually, keep him on this side. Keep him right there. Keep coming. Keep coming. Watch your cork, Alyssa. Speckled trout. We're going to flip him in. Flip him in. Oh, he's not going to hit you. Don't worry. Here, you hold the rod. Look at that. Another one 15 and a half inches. Oh, he's got a trout on
Nice
back
trout
there.
there, Steve.
We're going to reel yours in just a little bit.
Looks like a trout to me.
Reel yours all the way up. I've reset it.
Nice speckled trout.
Don't be changing the time of your charter tomorrow, Mike.
Here we go.
All right, something's on yours, Brianna. Reel in, pull, pull. That's a trout.
Nice trout.
There you
See
go.
him up on the surface out there splashing?
Trout likes to come right to the top. Pull nice and steady, that's it. Nice and steady, just reel him nice and steady. Keep your rod tip up high. There you go, you got him. He's a nice one, 1.5 pounds. Hold him right there for a second. It's hard to tell if he's hooked good in the mouth or not. Mike's coming over with the dip net. Well, he's hooked pretty good, but that's a decent one there.
Good job.
Look at that trout, nothing wrong with that trout.
Pretty speckled trout.
Look at that. That's a pretty one, isn't he? Got one back there in the back.
Nice and slow with him. They have real soft mouths. Speck. Speckled trout with hardly no specks.
Is it?
Yeah.
Must be a new river speckled trout.
Took him kind of deep. There's his mouth. 8 or 10 spots on that
I
side.
saw that. The whole front half of the fish doesn't have any spots on them.
8 or 10 on
Don't
this
stub your toe on
side
that.
of the tail.
Levers up. That's probably a croaker there. He's still on there. the cork's down deep, so it's a fish on there. Don't know what it is though. What you got, croaker? Croaker. That might be a black drum there, cruising one way. Well, folks, this is probably the third time we've attempted to do this today. We've been out here 3 times, about a half hour, 45 minutes each time. I'm here with Pizza, Alyssa and Brianna, and the whole Yoho family. And we're just getting rained out again. We've caught a bunch of black drum, we've caught some red drum, we've caught a bunch of speckled trout. We've done nothing but fish with popping corks and some live shrimp this morning. So we appreciate it, Steve. Mr. Yoho here, he operates Little Caesars out of Jacksonville, North Carolina, right?
Yep. Yes.
And that's located where? On Western?
Western Boulevard, right next to Hooters.
I got you. Well, if you're in Jacksonville area, be sure to stop by, see Steve at Little Caesars and get you some pizza.
Stop on by for a $5 hot and ready.
We appreciate all your help as a sponsor on the show, and we appreciate you guys coming out and dealing with this weather today to catch a few fish. So you guys did a good job. Give me 5. Give me 5 on that.
These girls, they're still all smiles and laughing. They've been out in the rain all day. I've had little boys on here. One little shrimp pricked their finger and they're all crying. These are troopers here. These are fishing women right here now.
That's it. So when you get a chance, get you some shrimp, catch you some, stop by the marina, pick some up, head up a river in your local area, put on the popping corks, sit around the grass flats or the oyster rocks and just take it.
Family fun.
That's it. Some good family fun and a variety of fish. So we appreciate everybody tuning in today on Carolina Fishing TV, and stay tuned for some more action.